Hello, this is Mansi from Mansi Makes, and I am doing a video today on how you can use alcohol inks on your gel plate in a 15-minute session without much waiting for the inks to dry up. I had done a mini version of this demo on my Instagram for Jelly Art's March Printing Challenge with the prompt dots, and a lot of people asked what is dental floss, because in that video I had done exactly what I'm doing in this video, but I had said that next time I will use dental floss. So instead of trying to explain what that is and how to use it, I thought I'd just make a video and demonstrate it. Before I start explaining the process, which is actually pretty self-explanatory if you look at the video, I will say that the entire length of this video shoot was 15 minutes 42 seconds. So from start to finish, it took me 15 minutes 42 seconds when I pulled that print off the gel plate. All I essentially did was put a couple of drops of alcohol inks. Any brand will do. Some are diluted with alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and some are just straight from the bottle. And I just brayer on one layer, and then this is the micro-applicator or the dental floss that I'm using now. And once I have that base layer, I then start dropping whatever color drops I want. They expand on the base layer of the alcohol ink, and then I just wait for them to dry, which takes about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I add another drop, and you can keep doing that process for a while. And once they dried up almost completely, what I did was I used this dental floss or micro-applicator brush to lift wherever the ink was still wet. I just lifted ink from the wet parts and went and dotted it around anywhere I wanted. It was just, to show you guys how it's done, basically. Just lifting off the wet ink and putting it in other areas of these big circles that these little tiny drops of alcohol ink expand into. So again, to demo this so that it's very clear how I'm doing it, I added a fresh drop of pink alcohol ink in the middle of those turquoise and purple alcohol ink drops, and I'm just picking up from the wet areas of that pink alcohol ink and just kind of going dot, 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 dot all over. It dries super fast. By the time you do your third dot, the first one is completely dry. And the way to know how these are dry is that if you feel your ink is lifting off of the plate, that means that you shouldn't be dotting in those areas anymore. Now I'm also using Jacquard Piñata's, these are mixatives, and I'm using the brass color. And again, they settle, so they don't expand. So I'm just lifting off some of that brass color, that mixative, and just adding the same dots as I did earlier with the alcohol ink all over, and this will give a nice shimmer to the final pull. And I don't have to wait for anything to dry because I've already pulled all the wet bits using that micro-applicator. And then I just put a layer of white acrylic paint on top. You could even use a different colored light acrylic paint and maybe even a dark one and see what happens. And it just lifts off clear, and there you have it. It's pretty vibrant. The colors are amazing. You can actually see where the alcohol inks fused into each other in these close-ups, where the turquoise and the purple meet. It's just beautiful. You can actually see where the movement stopped. And then, of course, all the details of the dots and that beautiful brass shining through from the mixative. And this is a comparative shot of what I had done in the previous video, so you can see how kind of dull that other painting looks. But it has more depth, I think. So there you have it. Easy peasy. I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.